a virtual function is a member function in the base class that you can override in the drive class. When you call that function through a base class pointer or a reference, C++ decides at runtime which version of the function to call, based entirely on the actual type of the object being pointed to. So this process is called dynamic dispatch, or a dynamic polymorphism, or runtime polymorphism. Let's walk through this code line by line. So in class B, we have declared the function f as virtual. This basically tells the compiler, do not decide at compile time which version of this function to call. Defer the decision until the runtime or execution time. Then the drive class D overrides this function with its own version of f function. In the main function, we create a base class pointer ptr and make it point to the drive class object db1. Now, when we call function f through ptr, the compiler sees that the function is virtual. So, as instructed, it defers the decision until the runtime, when it knows that the ptr actually points to a derived object. So the program then calls a derived version of f, and so the output now becomes in derived. So this message will be printed. So internally, when a class contains virtual functions, the compiler binds a hidden structure which is called vtable. Vtable is basically a table of function pointers that point to the correct version of each virtual function. So each object of that class stores a hidden pointer known as vptr, which points to the vtable for its class type. So when you call function f through ptr, the program actually looks up the function address in the vtable of the object being pointed to. If the pointer points to a base object, it uses base vtable and calls base class version of function f. And if it points to derived object, it uses derived vtable and calls the function of the derived class, function f version of the derived class. Here we show two methods, speak underscore non-virtual, which is an ordinary function, and speak underscore virtual, that is marked specifically as a virtual function. So the derived class doc defines methods with the same name. When a method is virtual, we say the derived method overrides the base one. Also note that the virtual destructor in the base, this is critical when you delete derived object through base class pointer to ensure proper cleanup. We create a dog but store it in an animal pointer. Then calling speak underscore non-virtual through a pointer uses a base class version because it was bound at the compile time, because we haven't used any virtual keyword with it. Then calling speak underscore virtual, this dispatches at runtime. This defers the decision at runtime. This calls the dogs overridden function because speak underscore virtual is specifically marked as virtual function. So this is how polymorphism lets a single interface, that is in this case animal class, represent many concrete behaviors, for example dog, cat and any other animal. So if a base class destructor is not virtual, deleting a derived object with the help of base pointer will not call the derived destructor. This causes resource leaks. So make base destructors virtual if the class is meant to be used polymorphically. Now that we understand both static and dynamic binding, let's step back and compare them. When each one should be used and what trade-offs come with them. So remember one thing, that static binding happens at the compile time and dynamic binding happens at the runtime. Each has its strengths and limitations depending on the situation. So static binding gives us speed and simplicity, while dynamic binding gives us flexibility and scalability. So the key is to choose wisely based on your design goal. If performance and predictability is critical, then you use static binding. If adaptability and maintainability is more important, then you should go with the decision of dynamic binding with virtual functions. So most of the real world applications combine both, that is static binding for internal operations and dynamic binding for interface driven behaviors.